right, Indy. We have a emergency in the studio. There has been a sighting of cake in this studio, Edge Media Studios, and we have a problem here because if you look to my right, you'll actually see someone consuming such an amount of cake. Look at this. I mean, Brittany it didn't even wait to actually talk to the guest. She is stuffing her mouth with cake. Gwendolyn Rogers is in the house, owner and founder of the Cake Bake Shop. Gwen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You've really kind of you've done.
You're my new best friend.
I'm trying to start the show off right. Because God forbid I don't bring cake. That would just be awful.
I'm saying, well, yeah, that would, we kind of didn't expect it, but we would not be able to.
Just think how disappointed you'd be if I didn't.
I prayed on it real hard last night.
It showed up, and all of a sudden, Brittany's hair straightened out. I don't know what happened there.
You're in trouble now.
So, I mean, I want to say it's a fluke, but I mean, you are associated to cake, but I have to assume Brittany had something to do with this, right?
With the cake? Mm-hmm. Oh, of course, absolutely. Yeah. She had everything to do with it.
Yep, kind of figured.
Because
so.
I'm no dummy.
I would blame her 100%.
So tell us about the Cake Bake Shop as Brittany feeds her face.
Well, let's see. It's a little house in Broad Ripple, and it seats about 28 people, something like that. It's very small.
That's a lot of cake
I have a 300 square foot kitchen. I have about 68 employees.
Oh, wow.
Everyone wears pink.
It's so
and
cute.
it's a little magical place. So when I was up till 2:30 in the morning last night redoing the front window with all the decorations. So now I have like a little fairies holding cake bake ribbon, and then I've got a little Easter bunny in the window, and it's just magical. Twinkly lights everywhere.
Pink jumpsuit wearing Oompa Loompas? What's going on?
Yes, that's your interpretation of everyone wears pink?
Yes.
Okay, well, I have all the women
Actually, no, I was driving to Arizona, and they made every prisoner that was on the side of the road wear pink jumpsuits.
Really?
Yeah.
Pink?
So, yeah,
not orange?
No, it was pink.
There's some pink behind you. See, that kind of gives you an idea.
Yeah.
But all the ladies wear beautiful pink dresses with pretty custom-made aprons, and the men wear beautiful pink and gray vests with gray ties, and so everybody looks very dapper.
Wow.
Yes.
More than I am excited about this cake, I am more excited, A, to have you here, and B, to talk about the very recent news announcement that there has been. It's phenomenal. And would you like to tell us what that is?
Are you talking about the Big O?
I'm talking about the Big O.
The Big O, which is Oprah, which is very exciting.
Does she take offense from that?
No.
Which part?
No, because she has more money than God.
No.
So, no.
You mean the Big O part?
Don't call her
Are you
big.
interpreting that as
I'm
something
not.
else?
Absolutely not.
Because
no. Move on.
Big O only means one thing. And that's Oprah.
Yeah, there we go.
It is
Thank you.
Oprah.
Get your mind right.
100% Oprah.
Wow.
Yes, when I got attention from the Oprah Magazine, it was the most amazing thing ever. And I kind of always had her in my sights when I opened a couple of years ago.
Oh, cool.
But I really didn't want to promote any of that until I thought that we would be ready as a team. And now we're ready, and we made the March issue, and it's going to be the mint chocolate chip cake, and it's very exciting. I don't want to say I'm fearful, but I'm excited about how many people are going to call.
How did you learn about it? Did she call you? Does she know your phone number?
Oh, heck no.
Do you have her phone number?
Her peeps.
Well, I have people that work for her as phone numbers, if that matters, and emails. When I got the first email, I
thought it was
jumped
spam.
out of my seat.
You're like, what is this?
No, but spam's a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, for another day.
With Velveeta cheese, though, not email spam. Yeah. Kind of. I grew up on that.
He doesn't
That's
know
what
what's
my mom
I know.
My
But I
mom
got a
used to
whole
make
other
me that.
spam line that I can go down. Has to do with Monty Python, but keep on going.
Which is one of my favorites.
There we
Love
go.
that.
Spam.
I don't know what's happening
Yep,
anymore.
there it is.
See, we can
All
just
right,
segue
so-
onto another thing.
Oprah is going to be showcasing in the magazine as well as online,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That is fantastic achievement.
That's a big deal.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. I know.
Oprah likes cake.
Well,
It's
you
going to be fun.
focus.
We're going to make like
I
5,000 cakes. See, don't you feel better now?
Yes.
You do.
Everything
You have no idea what you did. No, you don't.
I feel for you. Just a little bit of frosting. Just a little.
Be gone, evil temptress. No.
I know I'm the person you need to be careful of on the
Okay,
playground.
so everybody, I'm on a low carb, no carb diet.
Right, which is
trying my
insanely
best.
crazy.
Yeah,
the sad
And
diet.
why?
And our guest brings that into the shop, and it's a beautiful thing. In fact, look at this. Look at this.
Are you going to show us your waistline now?
What's happening?
Look at this. Look at this.
For the
Look at this
for the
cake.
listeners, I don't know what's happening right now.
Look
Oh,
at-
he's going to show the layers.
Look at the layers. There.
It's bigger than my apartment.
It's so
and
good.
I love it.
It's so good.
Look at
That's
the
the best
layers.
cake ever. I love
of
that cake so much.
And describe this
I have a
cake.
deep, feel for that cake. I don't.
Me too, Gwen.
She's got the feel.
It made me stop talking for a second because I couldn't find the words to describe it.
She's all verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. So what is this cake?
Oh, it's chocolate.
It's heaven.
It's chocolate. It's a French chocolate cake that all the cocoa powder gets imported from Valrhona in France, which
Oh
is
my
a little
gosh.
tiny place that you can take a train to if you're in France, which is great. But so that's what the cake base layer is. And then right on top of that, we do a Belgian chocolate ganache on top, which is just pure Belgian chocolate melted with a little bit of butter in it. And then on top of that, we do a malted cream, which is just a little bit of powdered sugar, a little bit of malt flavoring, and chocolate that goes in that as well, with a little bit of butter. And then we add another layer of cake, and then we do another layer of ganache, and then we do more malted cream, and then we cover it with a chocolate fudge, which is just also, again, melted chocolate.
It's so good.
It's just pure ingredients
Aaron's
of
about to
letting the
cry.
flavors speak for themselves, and it's
You're
delicious.
killing me, Smalls.
Well, wait, I'm not done. And then we top it with the French sea salt, which is
wow.
it's a fleur de sel, which is only harvested 3 months out of the year in France, and that's what we put on top of that cake.
How long does it take to make something like that?
Start to finish, it takes about 3.5 hours.
It's a great investment of time.
It is. It's the best
Great
thing ever.
investment of time.
Well,
It'll make you so happy.
You've got a very popular cafe and dessert shop, and it's been synonymous with celebrating birthdays as well.
Yes.
Anniversaries as well as all special occasions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, so fun.
It is. I'm a place where you go. If you've got anything to celebrate, you come to me to do that.
Life, Tuesdays.
Wonderful. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays.
So was this your vision when you started things up in 2010?
Well, that's a big question. My vision, I never really thought that it would be what it is. I knew I wanted what I wanted to do, and then if
Right.
I was doing it right and I did it correctly, that people would like it as much as I did. I really didn't expect.
Well, you can't go wrong with sugar,
everybody
right?
in Indianapolis to like it as much as they do, but it's just been nothing but an unbelievable amount of joy that it's brought so many people. That's what makes me so happy, is that everyone that comes in through the door leaves with an amazing experience and amazing memory. So
That
it's
is-
a wonderful thing.
That is very cool, and I mean it's very easy to understand that and see that not taste, but see that I mean you're putting a lot of passion into this. Is that this is not just your regular cake,
No,
right?
and it's not just a cake shop as as well, but like you have my sign back there. So I just did that over the last couple of days, and
It's
that
so pretty.
will give you an idea as to what the new decor is coming for the spring. And so
Very cool.
and that's one thing I love to do as well. So with this, the decorations change with the season, and so it's always different. It's never the same. So if you come one year and you come back the next year, it's going to look completely different than it did last time you were there.
Also, in exciting news, you've seen such amazing support and growth here that you're about to open your second location.
Indianapolis is the
And
most
that's-
incredible community ever. I never, ever would have wanted to open anywhere else. This is the best city, and I get the most incredible support from everyone that lives here. And Carmel City Center, I am so excited
That's
about.
so-
It
that's
is
such
a
so
big deal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's such an amazing group of people that are all within that center. To be a part of that, it's going to be wonderful. But just to design it and to work with the architects and work with all the people that I'm working with to help me build the cabinets and pick out all the colors and all the light fixtures, I mean, it's just going to be stunning. If it turns out even just an inkling of what I think it's going to be like, it's going to be a great place for people to come visit.
Is that going to differ at all from the Broad Ripple location?
It'll be bigger and it'll be better because
Oh.
I was kind of working within a small
Sure.
floor plan with the house that it was an old home, so I can only do so much with it.
Right.
But this way, I'll have I've got so much more seating. My biggest issue now is that I've got such a long wait, and I have so many people that drive from all over the country to come. And if we're not able to accommodate them, that's the hardest part, I think, for us. Sure. So this will be able to allow more guests and more people to come and be able to experience it. And I'll have my favorite part is that I've got a covered patio that actually, instead of doing an awning or umbrellas, I actually brought the roof out over the patio. And it's got garden windows that open up completely. So it's like you're sitting outside, but you're not getting sun on you, and it's going to be just gorgeous.
I can't
So,
wait.
yeah, I can't
A
wait either.
beautiful
It's going to be
place
so fun.
to eat cake.
Yes, and I have lunch as well.
And,
So-
but that's more of a side note to the cake.
So, no. But the lunch is really good. You should come. You could eat that.
There we go. See?
We make homemade soup every day. We've got an incredible quiche that we make. We've got beautiful salads and
All
sandwiches.
right.
and
All right.
yeah.
You're talking my language now.
And I'll eat cake for
Yeah, you
lunch.
will.
I'll eat cake with you. We'll surround him with cake and he can eat a salad.
Wow, see, there's no evil in the world, is there? My gosh. And these ladies are wearing
weird.
white, but they're
See, we speak to each other.
We same wavelength for
Wow.
sure.
White's
Well-
that's my favorite color.
So tell me about your entrepreneurial journey. Because it started in 2010 and getting to be selected by Oprah. I mean, that's a fantastic 8 years. But what challenges have you experienced during that time?
Oh gosh, every day is a challenge. I think from the time when I first started, I really didn't know how I was going to transfer what I've been doing on my own for so many years to have someone else do what I'm doing. So how do I teach people that I've just met how to bake the same cake that I've been baking for 25 years and to do it the exact same way that I would have done it? That to me was the hardest.
Wait, you can teach
I'm
me
just
how to
going to
make
keep
this?
talking about
No.
cake.
I'm here.
Yes.
Keep on going.
But that was the hardest part, and it was really getting it out of my head and onto a piece of paper and into a computer. And I used to just throw stuff in. I never really weighed things. So one of the girls that first started with me, she was like, "Well, this is insane. We can't just wing that. We have to measure it." And so I would take a pinch of whatever and throw
Right.
it, and she would weigh it, and then we'd write it down. And then so every single recipe we did that way, and it took about a year to get everything actually into a computer. And I have to say, her name was Allison, and she had the most unbelievable amount of patience to try to get that done. And now I have such an amazing team. I've got Haley, who runs my kitchen now, and she's like the head kitchen manager, and she's constantly tweaking recipes. And if it's too hard for a baker to do, then we will try to change it, because there's some stuff that we can't make everything that
You gotta make it scalable
Yeah, it's got to
and-
be easy. Yeah,
Sounds like a labor
exactly.
of love for sure.
Yes, it is. But it's every single day. And so there's always some sort of challenge. But I think my biggest challenge as an entrepreneur was trying to kind of get over how fearful are you? And do you do it? And do you keep following your dream and hoping that it works? Because sometimes there's so much at risk
Yep.
that every day that I would wake up and I would get a little bit closer to opening a store, I would get a little bit more in debt. And I would it's like, okay, well, I have to buy these mixers, and I have to buy these bowls, and I have to hire people, and I have to buy uniforms, and so it all adds up. And it does get to a point where I was so far in it that I couldn't even think about turning back or stopping. And so I just kept going a little bit every day to get a little bit closer and to finally opening. And I couldn't afford to do a big opening party. So we just turned the sign because I didn't have any marketing. I still don't spend any money really on the marketing issue, because it's really just word of mouth and people coming in, and that kind of is my
Oprah
my
helps.
marketing. And Oprah helps a lot. Oprah's and me. I can't wait for that issue to come out.
I cannot
I'm so
wait.
excited. I can't even. And the
Can we have, like,
photograph is incredible. The guy, I shipped cakes to New York, and the photographer's from Portland, Oregon. And he wrote me a nice note. He said, the cakes were incredible. They were so good. Actually, I took them on the plane back to my family in Portland, and they just went crazy over it.
So you're going to have like a cake party when that
I
comes
think
out?
we probably should have a cake party. And it's going to be all mint chocolate chip. So that's the cake that she picked. And I sent quite a few different cakes to her. And it has to go through, you don't just send it to Oprah. It goes through a whole team of people. So first you go through like one round, then you go through another round. Then I went through another round. And then once I passed that round, the final round went to her. And when I knew those cakes were being shipped directly to Oprah, I cannot tell you the panic attack that you have as you're wrapping that cake to make sure it's perfect and it gets there in time. And then you give it to FedEx, and God only knows if it shows up.
And in what condition? Yeah.
Exactly. You're like, oh, sorry, weather alert, didn't make it that day. So there's a lot of anxiety and stress that goes with that.
Yeah.
But once the cake does get there and people enjoy it and they photograph it and they send you back the photographs as to what it looked like when it arrived on their doorstep, when it went all the way across the country, it's just incredible. And it looks just like it did when I put it in the box.
What a miracle.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
He's getting choked up.
I am.
now
Well,
what?
you know what? The cakes aside, you tell a very, very important story about entrepreneurs, as that the risk that they go through. They've got vision, right? But they literally put everything on the line, right?
Absolutely.
And if it's worth it, right? They'll take it all
See it
the way
through.
Right. Well,
They'll
and
see it through.
I think it has a lot to do if you believe in it enough yourself, and
Right.
if you believe in yourself enough. And I knew that I could do it. I can do it. Like otherwise, why bother, right? If I can't do it, then what's the point? So I know I can do it, but can I get 68 more people to be on my team that want to do it as much as I do?
Every
because
day.
executing it on a daily basis is a different story than just me going in a kitchen and
Yep.
making cakes for my family and friends. And I'm so unbelievably blessed that the team that I have, like, gives me goosebumps just saying it out loud. I have such an incredible family at that cake shop that to think that I could have employed that many people just from having a thought that maybe I'm going to open something, and why not? And now I'm giving back to the community in a way that I really can't even describe of what that feels like. And to have all these people smile, and they have, when someone gets a new car or someone, like, I've got my general manager who's going to have a baby. And it's just so exciting to have all these amazing people in my life, and to think that I never thought that when I was going, well, maybe I'll open a cute cake shop. That sounds fun. It just has such a bigger impact than that, So
as soon as you start seeing how what you've done actually is benefiting so many families, and they start anchoring to you, you're creating something that's a legacy.
yeah, it's wonderful. I love it.
I appreciate that. I empathize with that because those are struggles. Yeah. But if you have that family, have that good core family, anything's possible whenever
Right.
you're building a business.
Right. And we all make mistakes every day. I'm the first person to admit I make mistakes all the time.
I made none
Not,
today.
not on your cake.
I
you
do.
don't.
Well, but I have on some, but I learn from that, and then I always change it to make it better the next time. So, I think if people are fearful that, what if I don't do that right, or what if this happens, and I think that that's okay. That's part of the process. So that's actually probably a better thing, because nobody can get it right all the time.
Nope.
But when I do get it right,
Man,
party
man,
on!
you get
It's
it
so
right, Gwen.
exciting when it goes right.
You've got to see this cake. Yeah, you guys have to taste this
Eat
cake.
this cake.
Eat the cake. So, any hints of the upcoming spring menu?
Yes, the spring menu comes out on March 1st, and we've actually been in the kitchen kind of playing with some new recipes, trying to figure out what we could do next. The big one that I think people are waiting for is the mint chocolate chip cake that is going to be on the Oprah O list. So that will come back. Then we've got the cookie dough cake is coming back, which I've had so many people just waiting. They can't.
I haven't had that one.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's got real cookie dough on the inside and chocolate chip cookies on top. You, Aaron, would love it.
Yes, I
It's
would.
full of gluten.
As every cake should
Wow,
be.
you just want to kind of take my face and just
Sorry.
smush it in the
No,
cake,
no.
don't you?
Well, you could pick out the chocolate chips. Maybe you could do that.
See?
Just kidding.
Ebo,
Just kidding.
Ebo.
Just kidding.
What if you mix it up? What if you put it in a blender? Does that change it? Are you still not allowed to have
Add some milk to it.
it? Yeah. Make it a protein
You can
shake.
make a cake smoothie.
Yeah, a smoothie.
I'm literally getting it from both sides.
I'm trying to help you.
No, you're not.
See, we kind of sandwiched you. That's good.
No. A sandwich I can't even do. Lord almighty. Okay,
anyway.
so you've got some great new menu items coming up in the
Yes,
spring.
we've got new lunch menu items coming out as well. We're going to add a great club sandwich to it. It's got like 8 layers. It's delicious.
You do it big, don't you, Gwen?
Oh, so good. And to test that one, that was fun. It's so, and that's what's fun too about this job is that I have to eat cake for breakfast.
How many times a week do you eat cake for breakfast?
Every single day. Not
She's my
kidding.
idol.
Not kidding. Every day I have at least a bite of something that I'm like, yeah, okay, that's good. Or no, we're going to change that. Another thing we're adding to the menu is a blueberry almond cake. So that'll come out this spring, which is just loaded with fresh blueberries. I mean, there's probably 8 clamshells of blueberries in one cake.
I just got a bite of the top. It's so good with the topping.
Oh,
on
with the
it.
salt?
With the salt. Oh my. Oh, good
God, Aaron, you
Lord.
don't know what you're missing.
I could.
This is just wrong.
I could cry.
You realize
no,
that?
seriously, like I could cry. That was so good just now.
All right. Wow. So,
love
hey, the dining and the dessert scene in Indy, what's your perspective and how do you see it growing in the future?
Oh, my perspective on the dining scene in Indy?
Yep.
Oh, it's incredible. So many people are opening great restaurants. Neil Brown's one that I have to mention. I love his ideas. I mean, he's just opening all kinds of amazing stuff. So I think it's great. And there are people, everybody's super supportive of it. I think people love to go out to eat. Me personally, I don't want to wash dishes. I love going out to eat. Going out to eat's the best. So if you can find there's so many different choices in the city.
If
I
you ever
think
need
it's great.
someone to eat with, I'll go out.
Will you
and
go
eat
with
you.
me, Brittany? That'd be great.
You bet.
Okay, well, what are we doing
She'll
tonight?
just take a little
'Cause I'm
package
hungry.
of cake along with her.
I just need a little pail of cake with me wherever I go. As far as tips for any, sorry, let me finish my cake.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. There was
You realize this is a podcast as well.
sea salt on it. I'm sorry. I had to get that bite down.
Priorities.
Tips for female entrepreneurs in Indianapolis. 'Cause you are someone to take a page from. You've done this the right way.
Do it.
Just
do it. Just do it. Like if you think you can do it, just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it.
I love that.
I mean, so many
there's
people will be
Magley
like,
right there for you.
I want to do this. I want to do that.
Do you know
Just
Jennifer
do it.
Magley?
I do not.
You need to.
Should
meet
I tell?
her.
She should just do it, though. I can tell her that right now. I
she-
don't know what
she
her
does it.
idea is.
She's doing it.
She does it.
I'm
She
gonna
does
put you in
it
touch with
with,
her.
Okay.
with,
All right,
with a
good.
fierceness that she. I mean, she's awesome. You guys got to meet.
Yep,
Okay.
I'll put
I
you
would
in
love
touch.
to meet her. I
She's
think that'd be great.
awesome.
Yeah. So that's my tip.
Just do it.
Just do it. I don't want to sound like a Nike commercial, though. That's bad. I need to come up with a better line.
Yep.
Don't
Just-
don't be
Can't-
fearful.
you can't do
Maybe that's
got
another
cake.
one. Don't be fearful. Don't be afraid of anything because life's too short.
Don't fear
You know?
the cake.
Don't fear, eat cake.
Don't fear it. That's a good tagline. I like that. Don't fear, eat cake.
All right, so here's how you can connect and eat cake with the Cake Bake Shop. Go over to to the website, thecakebakeshop.com. I'll throw that up on screen, as well as the Cake Bake Shop on Facebook, Twitter, the Cake Bake Shop, and Instagram, the Cake
Wow,
Bake
that's
Shop.
a lot of cake
Go
bake shop
immediately
stuff.
to the cake bake
Just
shop.
go to the cake bake shop. Go there. It'll make you happy.
Yes, it will.
If you're not happy,
Fat
and
and
you
happy.
go, you will come out super happy. It's great.
It's so pretty and
It
so
is.
nice,
It's so like magical. It's magical.
especially around Christmas.
And all the Oompa Loompas are in pink.
And all
Yes, there's
you just called my staff. Wait a second.
She said it first.
Now wait. No.
no,
You,
no, she did it.
They are not.
Rewind. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. All
They're
right.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And
Thank
thanks
you.
You for
thanks-
having me.
No, you're more
What a
than welcome.
blast. I don't want to go. I'm staying.
We're eating cake. There's a big
Yeah.
cake here, and I think the
We're not
entire
allowed to leave until it's gone.
That's right.
the doors are
I'm
locked.
the cake master. No one leaves till the cake is eaten.
Wow.
That's my kind of place.
Especially when you're on a diet. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I can't believe you're on
Gwen,
a
thank
diet.
you
Okay,
so
you know what?
much.
If it makes you feel any better, I've been on a diet for like 52 years. How long? Forever. Doesn't work.
And I'm on a cake diet, so judge me.
I shall. You have been evil this entire show. Look at that. All right.
She's so cute. She's not evil. Look at her. She's like a little angel.
Yeah. Well, you just wait. All right. Well, thank you so much for and
Oh,
thank
thank
you
you.
for
Thanks very
participation in raising the awareness of entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs in Indianapolis. We need more of you,
Aw,
and you need to be able to watch Gwen's example and learn from it, because this is what we need in Indianapolis. Entrepreneurs that's staying here in Indy and diving into their passions and be able to create incredible things like this cake. I mean, especially the entire story of the murals that we had today with the Indy Arts Council. Diving into one's passion
Makes
is...
me want to paint the cake bake shop now. Can we have a mural on the side of that? I was like, ooh,
absolutely.
that's a great idea.
That's what I'm saying.
We could coordinate that
I
for
like
you.
it.
So choose local often. That's what we're talking about on the show regularly. So thanks for watching, everyone, all the fans of Edge, and thanks for participating, and thanks for contacting us and showcasing who we could possibly talk to next. So for everybody at Edge of Indy, as well as Site Strategics, thank you so much for listening and watching, and be sure to share and share often, because sharing is caring. So this is Site Strategics and Edge of Indy.
Since we're sharing.
Oh my
Aw, let's
gosh.
hold hands.
Kumbaya, everybody.
Sharing, everyone, eat
Sharing
cake.
is caring. I love that. That's
Thanks so
wonderful.
much for all the Edge of Indy audiences, and please
Eat
feel
cake.
bad
Eat
for me,
cake.
because I have to do something here.
Cake, cake,
Oh.
cake.
Cake.
Wow.
Cake.
All right, take care, and we'll see you
Chocolate
next
cake.
week.
Chocolate
Bye-bye.
cake.